Today, we invite you to explore the profound teachings of the Dhammapada in our segment titled, Clarity of Mind, focusing on the essential in a distracted world. Join us on this enlightening journey into the Buddha's wisdom. If you find value in these teachings, please support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps spread this timeless wisdom to others. You can also listen to us on YouTube podcasts with ease. Simply download the YouTube Music app and search for our channel, Buddhist Audiobook Shelf. One of the great benefits of listening through the music podcast is that it uses less battery and data, allowing you to listen while keeping the screen off. Thank you for being with us, and we look forward to sharing more teachings with you. Introduction. In today's world, the incessant chatter of social media, the relentless pursuit of material success, and the overwhelming pressure to conform to societal expectations can leave many feeling lost, anxious, and disconnected. It's easy to get swept up in the noise, chasing after superficial goals that promise happiness but often lead to emptiness. As we navigate our daily lives, it becomes increasingly important to pause, reflect, and discern what truly matters, what the Buddha refers to as the essential. The teachings of the Buddha, particularly those found in the Dhammapada, offer profound insights that are incredibly relevant in our contemporary culture. The verse that states, "Those who know the essential to be essential, and the unessential to be unessential, dwelling in right thoughts, do arrive at the essential," serves as a guiding light in our quest for meaning and fulfillment. By cultivating a deeper understanding of this teaching, we can learn to prioritize what genuinely enriches our lives and contributes to our overall well-being. The journey toward recognizing the essential is not merely an intellectual exercise, it is a transformative process that invites us to engage with our thoughts, emotions, and actions on a profound level. In a society that often glorifies busyness and achievement, this journey becomes a radical act of self-care and mindfulness. It empowers us to shift our focus from external validations and distractions to the inner landscape of our minds and hearts. Understanding the essential begins with a commitment to self-awareness. In an age where information is abundant, we can easily become overwhelmed by choices and opinions, often losing sight of our own values and desires. We find ourselves in a constant state of comparison, measuring our worth against the curated lives of others. The allure of the unessential can be intoxicating, drawing us into a cycle of striving and dissatisfaction. However, by cultivating mindfulness and discernment, we can begin to unravel this cycle. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of purpose and clarity, knowing that your choices align with your true self. This is the promise of understanding the essential. It is about living with intention, making decisions that reflect your values, and nurturing relationships that foster connection and growth. As we embark on this journey, it is essential to acknowledge the impact of our environment and the societal pressures that shape our perceptions. In contemporary society, we are often bombarded with messages that equate success with material wealth, popularity, or achievement. This narrative can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt, as we constantly measure ourselves against an unrealistic standard. The Buddha's teachings encourage us to challenge these notions and redirect our focus toward what truly nourishes our souls. By recognizing the difference between the essential and the unessential, we can liberate ourselves from the burden of external expectations. As we delve deeper into this exploration, we will encounter practical tools and strategies that can help us integrate the teachings of the Buddha into our daily lives. These practices will empower us to cultivate a clearer understanding of our values and priorities, guiding us toward a more meaningful existence. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and self-reflection, are vital in this process. By taking the time to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we create space for clarity and insight. Journaling can also be an invaluable tool for self-discovery, allowing us to articulate our experiences and reflect on our intentions. Through these practices, we can begin to identify the unessential distractions that cloud our minds and draw our attention away from what truly matters. Real-life applications of these teachings will be woven throughout our exploration. From setting intentions for our day to evaluating our relationships and commitments, we will learn how to navigate the complexities of modern life with grace and awareness. Each practical exercise and reflection prompt will serve as a stepping stone on our journey, encouraging us to engage actively with the teachings of the Buddha. The concept of right thoughts plays a crucial role in this journey. As we learn to cultivate a mindset rooted in positivity, compassion, and wisdom, we can transform our lives from the inside out. This transformation does not require grand gestures, rather, it begins with small, conscious choices made each day. By prioritizing right thoughts, we create a foundation for peace and clarity that allows us to navigate life's challenges with resilience. As we progress, we will explore how focusing on the essential can lead to profound changes in our mental and emotional well-being. The practice of discernment enables us to identify the sources of our stress and anxiety, empowering us to make choices that promote harmony and balance. We will discuss how to establish healthy boundaries in our relationships, eliminate unnecessary commitments, and cultivate a sense of gratitude for what we already have. In addition to personal growth, understanding the essential fosters deeper connections with others. As we align our actions with our values, we become more attuned to the needs and experiences of those around us. The cultivation of compassion and empathy is essential not only for our own well-being but also for creating a positive impact in our communities. By embracing the essential, we contribute to a culture that values connection, kindness, and understanding. As we engage in this journey together, let us remember that the path toward recognizing the essential is not a destination but a continuous process of growth and exploration. Life will inevitably present challenges and distractions, but with mindfulness and discernment, we can navigate these obstacles with grace. Each step we take toward the essential is a step toward a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. In summary, this exploration of the Buddha's teachings offers a roadmap for living a life aligned with our true selves. By focusing on the essential, we empower ourselves to break free from the noise of modern society and cultivate a sense of inner peace. Through practical exercises, reflection prompts, and mindful practices, we can begin to integrate these teachings into our daily lives, ultimately leading to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. As we embark on this journey, let us approach each chapter with an open heart and a willingness to explore. The teachings of the Buddha are not merely words on a page, they are invitations to transform our lives and discover the profound joy that comes from living in alignment with the essential. Together, we will cultivate a greater sense of clarity, purpose, and fulfillment in our lives, finding peace amidst the chaos of the modern world. In today's fast-paced world, many of us feel like we're caught in a relentless whirlwind of activity, information, and social expectations. We wake up to our phones buzzing with notifications, rush through our daily tasks, and find ourselves constantly distracted by social media, advertisements, and the pressure to keep up with the lives of others. This chaos often leaves us feeling anxious, unfulfilled, and disconnected from our true selves. In the midst of this noise, the Buddha's teaching reminds us to distinguish between what is essential and what is unessential, a skill that is not only vital but also transformative in our modern lives. The modern dilemma of losing sight of the essential is reflected in the overwhelming nature of contemporary life. Our society bombards us with messages about success, beauty, and happiness, creating a complex web of expectations that can lead to feelings of inadequacy. We often measure our worth by the number of likes on a social media post or the possessions we accumulate. This relentless pursuit of external validation can cause us to overlook what truly matters: our inner peace, relationships, and sense of purpose. Consider the impact of social media. Platforms designed for connection can paradoxically isolate us, making it easy to compare ourselves to curated versions of others' lives. This comparison fosters feelings of jealousy and self-doubt, pulling us further away from understanding our true needs. Instead of celebrating our uniqueness, we may find ourselves striving to conform to societal standards that are often unrealistic and superficial. Recognizing the unessential in this context is crucial. It involves letting go of the need for external approval and focusing on the richness of our own experiences. At the heart of the Buddha's teaching is the understanding that we have the power to shape our own reality. When we allow the unessential to dominate our thoughts and actions, we lose sight of our true priorities. For many, this means sacrificing personal well-being for the sake of appearances, chasing after material gains, or investing energy in relationships that do not nourish us. The cycle of striving for unessential goals can lead to burnout, anxiety, and a pervasive sense of emptiness. One powerful way to navigate this landscape is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of bringing awareness to the present moment without judgment. It invites us to pause, reflect, and assess our thoughts and feelings. By incorporating mindfulness into our daily routines, we create space to question our motivations and desires. Are we pursuing a particular job because it aligns with our passions, or because it's what society expects? Are we maintaining relationships that genuinely bring us joy, or are we clinging to them out of obligation? Mindfulness encourages us to identify the unessential in our lives. For instance, if we often find ourselves scrolling through social media mindlessly, we might ask ourselves why we feel compelled to do so. Is it to stay connected, or is it driven by a fear of missing out? By reflecting on our habits, we can consciously choose to disengage from activities that drain our energy and detract from our well-being. Another essential aspect of distinguishing the essential from the unessential is understanding our core values. Values are the guiding principles that shape our lives, influencing our choices and behaviors. In a world filled with distractions, taking time to reflect on our values can help us clarify what is truly important. This may involve asking ourselves questions such as, what brings me joy? What do I want to contribute to the world? How do I want to be remembered? For many people, values such as love, compassion, connection, and growth emerge as foundational elements. When we align our actions with these values, we begin to cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment. For instance, if we value connection, we may choose to prioritize spending quality time with loved ones over attending events that feel obligatory. This alignment between values and actions creates a more meaningful existence, allowing us to experience genuine happiness. The practice of gratitude also plays a vital role in focusing on the essential. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to take our blessings for granted. By intentionally cultivating gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. This shift in perspective can have profound effects on our mental and emotional well-being. Studies show that practicing gratitude enhances our mood, improves relationships, and fosters resilience. Consider starting a gratitude journal, where you jot down a few things you are thankful for each day. This simple practice can help us acknowledge the essential aspects of our lives, whether it's the warmth of a friend's smile, the beauty of nature, or the comfort of a cozy home. By focusing on what we appreciate, we become more attuned to the richness of our lives, which helps counteract the negativity that often surrounds us. Moreover, engaging in activities that promote personal growth and self-discovery can help individuals better understand what is essential. This might include pursuing hobbies, seeking education, or volunteering. These activities not only enrich our lives but also connect us with others who share similar interests and values. When we invest time in our passions, we foster a sense of fulfillment that transcends external validation. In the context of relationships, recognizing the essential means fostering connections that nourish our souls. Many of us find ourselves in social circles that drain our energy or lead to unhealthy competition. It's essential to evaluate the quality of our relationships and make conscious choices about where we invest our time and energy. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences, people who inspire us, challenge us to grow, and support our well-being, can profoundly impact our overall happiness. On the other hand, letting go of toxic relationships can be difficult, but it is often necessary for personal growth. These relationships may be steeped in negativity, drama, or unresolved conflicts that consume our mental and emotional resources. By recognizing these unessential connections, we create room for healthier interactions that align with our values and contribute to our well-being. In addition to interpersonal relationships, it is vital to examine our relationship with ourselves. Many people struggle with self-criticism and negative self-talk, which can cloud our understanding of what is essential. Cultivating self-compassion, a practice rooted in kindness and understanding toward oneself, can help shift our internal narrative. Instead of focusing on perceived failures or shortcomings, we can learn to embrace our imperfections and celebrate our unique qualities. Self-compassion allows us to approach our thoughts and feelings with curiosity rather than judgment. By treating ourselves with the same kindness we would offer a friend, we can navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and clarity. This shift in perspective not only enhances our mental health but also empowers us to pursue what is truly essential. Furthermore, the pursuit of personal development can serve as a powerful tool for recognizing the essential. Continuous learning and self-improvement foster a growth mindset that encourages curiosity and exploration. This can manifest in various ways, such as enrolling in courses, attending workshops, or engaging in self-help literature. Each step we take toward personal growth expands our understanding of ourselves and our place in the world, helping us uncover what truly matters. In a culture that often prioritizes productivity and achievement, it's essential to recognize the value of rest and reflection. Many individuals equate busyness with worthiness, believing that constant activity leads to success. However, this mindset can lead to burnout and a disconnection from what is genuinely fulfilling. By intentionally carving out time for rest and introspection, we allow ourselves to recharge and reconnect with our inner selves. During moments of reflection, we can evaluate our progress, reassess our priorities, and reconnect with our core values. Whether through meditation, journaling, or simply spending time in nature, these practices create opportunities for clarity and insight. They encourage us to step back from the chaos and gain perspective on what truly matters in our lives. Another vital aspect of navigating the modern dilemma is developing boundaries. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with demands, whether from work, family, or social obligations, setting boundaries is essential for maintaining our mental and emotional health. Boundaries help us protect our time and energy, allowing us to prioritize the essential aspects of our lives. Learning to say no can be empowering. It gives us the freedom to choose how we spend our time, ensuring that we dedicate our energy to what truly matters. Setting clear boundaries also communicates to others what we value and how we expect to be treated. This practice fosters respect and understanding in our relationships, allowing us to create a supportive network that aligns with our goals and values. As we begin to focus on the essential in our lives, we may encounter resistance, both from ourselves and from those around us. It's natural to feel apprehensive about letting go of unessential habits or relationships, especially when they have been part of our lives for a long time. Acknowledging this resistance is an important step toward growth. Change can be uncomfortable, but it is often in that discomfort that we find the opportunity for transformation. To navigate this journey, it is helpful to cultivate patience and self-compassion. Change doesn't happen overnight, it requires time and dedication. By approaching our journey with kindness toward ourselves, we can embrace the process of discovery and growth. Each small step we take toward recognizing the essential brings us closer to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Ultimately, the power to create a happy and meaningful life lies within our ability to discern the essential from the unessential. By embracing mindfulness, understanding our values, practicing gratitude, nurturing supportive relationships, and fostering self-compassion, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with clarity and purpose. As we move forward on this journey, we empower ourselves to focus on what truly matters, leading us to a life filled with joy, connection, and fulfillment. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, where notifications ping from every corner and the demands of daily life seem never-ending, discerning the essential from the unessential has become more crucial than ever. We often find ourselves drowning in a sea of distractions, social media feeds filled with curated images of perfection, endless advertisements urging us to buy the latest gadgets, and the relentless pressure to succeed in our careers. These distractions can obscure our understanding of what truly matters, leading us away from happiness and fulfillment. Defining the essential is not merely about identifying priorities, it is about aligning our values with our actions and understanding the deeper purpose of our lives. The essential comprises qualities such as genuine connection, inner peace, compassion, and personal growth. In contrast, the unessential often manifests as fleeting desires, societal expectations, and superficial goals. As we navigate through life, it is imperative to reflect on our choices and discern what is truly meaningful. To illustrate this, consider the modern workplace. Many individuals find themselves caught in a relentless cycle of overwork and stress, driven by the ambition to climb the corporate ladder or achieve recognition. However, this pursuit often comes at a high cost: our mental health, relationships, and overall well-being. In such environments, it is easy to lose sight of what is essential: meaningful work, a supportive team, and a sense of purpose. As we hustle for promotions and accolades, we may neglect our physical health and personal relationships, leading to burnout and dissatisfaction. To counteract this, individuals can start by identifying their core values and aligning their actions with those values. Take a moment to reflect on what truly brings you joy. Is it spending time with loved ones, pursuing a passion, or contributing to your community? By recognizing these essential elements, we can make choices that nurture our well-being rather than drain it. For instance, setting boundaries around work hours and prioritizing self-care can create a more balanced life, allowing space for both professional success and personal happiness. Social media is another area where distinguishing the essential from the unessential can significantly impact our lives. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok often present an idealized version of life that can create feelings of inadequacy and envy. It's easy to get caught up in the constant comparison with others, leading to a distorted view of success and happiness. Instead, consider curating your online experience by unfollowing accounts that do not align with your values or that foster negativity. Engaging with content that inspires and uplifts can help cultivate a more positive mindset and reinforce what is essential: self-acceptance, gratitude, and personal growth. Mindfulness practices can also aid in recognizing the essential amidst the noise. By developing awareness of our thoughts and emotions, we create space to observe what truly matters. Mindfulness meditation, for example, encourages individuals to sit quietly and focus on their breath, allowing thoughts to arise and pass without judgment. This practice can help us detach from unessential thoughts and redirect our focus to what is meaningful. Over time, this can foster a sense of clarity and purpose, enabling us to make more intentional choices that align with our true selves. Emotional awareness is another critical aspect of distinguishing the essential. Often, our emotions can guide us toward what is truly important. If we feel anxious or overwhelmed, it may indicate that we are prioritizing the unessential, perhaps working too much or ignoring our need for rest. On the other hand, feelings of joy and contentment can signal alignment with the essential. By tuning into our emotional landscape, we can better navigate our lives, making adjustments as needed to prioritize what genuinely matters. In relationships, understanding the difference between the essential and unessential can foster deeper connections. Many people find themselves engaged in relationships that lack substance, driven by societal expectations rather than genuine connection. Consider friendships that are based on mutual support, respect, and shared values. When we focus on nurturing these essential relationships, we create a support network that enriches our lives. Conversely, if a relationship feels more like an obligation or is rooted in superficiality, it may be time to reassess its place in our lives. Choosing to invest in meaningful connections can lead to increased happiness and fulfillment. Cultivating a sense of purpose is essential for navigating life's complexities. Many individuals find themselves drifting through life without a clear sense of direction, leading to feelings of emptiness. Taking the time to explore what gives your life meaning can help ground you in the essential. Reflect on what you are passionate about and what impact you wish to have on the world. Setting goals aligned with your values can provide a roadmap for your journey, allowing you to focus on the essential rather than getting sidetracked by distractions. Additionally, the practice of gratitude can serve as a powerful tool in recognizing the essential. When we take the time to acknowledge the good in our lives, we shift our focus away from the unessential. Consider keeping a gratitude journal where you jot down things you appreciate each day. This practice can help cultivate a mindset that recognizes the essential, fostering contentment and joy in the present moment. In a consumer-driven society, it can be easy to equate happiness with material possessions. However, true fulfillment often lies in experiences and connections rather than things. Engaging in activities that promote well-being, such as volunteering, spending time in nature, or practicing mindfulness, can reinforce the understanding that the essential is not found in accumulation but in living a life rich with meaning and connection. As we work to discern the essential from the unessential, it's essential to be gentle with ourselves. This process takes time and introspection, and it is natural to feel overwhelmed by the demands of modern life. Recognize that it is okay to step back and reassess your priorities regularly. Life is not a linear path, and it's perfectly acceptable to change directions as you gain clarity about what matters most to you. Ultimately, recognizing the essential allows us to cultivate a life of intention and purpose. As we let go of the unessential, we create space for joy, peace, and fulfillment. By embracing this teaching, we can navigate the complexities of life with greater ease, fostering resilience and well-being in an ever-changing world. Focus on what truly matters, and you will find that happiness and meaning are within your reach. In today's fast-paced world, the importance of dwelling in right thoughts cannot be overstated. As we navigate through a society filled with distractions, expectations, and pressures, our mental landscape often becomes cluttered with negativity and confusion. The concept of right thought, a cornerstone of the Buddha's teachings, serves as a guiding principle that can help us cultivate a more meaningful and peaceful existence. Right thought involves fostering a mindset grounded in positive intentions, thoughts of goodwill, compassion, and wisdom, while consciously avoiding thoughts driven by negativity, such as anger, greed, and delusion. In our current culture, where the barrage of information can lead to overwhelming feelings, understanding how to cultivate right thoughts becomes essential for our mental well-being. In an era dominated by social media and digital communication, we are continually exposed to curated images and narratives that often evoke feelings of inadequacy. People frequently compare their lives to the highlights of others, creating a breeding ground for jealousy, frustration, and anxiety. Right thought encourages us to shift our focus inward, prioritizing self-acceptance and kindness over comparison. This means recognizing that social media portrayals are not the full picture of anyone's life, they are often embellished versions designed to garner approval. Instead of getting swept away by these negative thought patterns, we can practice gratitude. Taking time each day to reflect on what we appreciate in our lives can transform our mindset. By focusing on our strengths, relationships, and personal accomplishments, we begin to cultivate a positive internal narrative that counters the toxicity of social comparison. This simple yet powerful practice helps ground us in reality and promotes emotional resilience. Moreover, the modern workplace often demands relentless productivity, leading many to associate their self-worth with their output. This mentality can cause burnout and dissatisfaction, as individuals feel they are never doing enough. Here, right thought emphasizes the importance of balance. Recognizing that our value does not solely lie in our work allows us to shift our perspectives and foster a healthier relationship with our careers. To practice right thought in a demanding work environment, we can start by setting clear boundaries. This includes learning to say no when we are overwhelmed and prioritizing our well-being over the incessant pressure to perform. Additionally, taking regular breaks to recharge, both mentally and physically, is crucial. These moments of pause can help us reconnect with our intrinsic motivations, reminding us of the passions and values that initially drew us to our work. Another common challenge we face today is the prevalence of negativity in our relationships. Whether it's through social media interactions or personal encounters, it's easy to become engulfed in the negative emotions of others. Right thought teaches us the value of surrounding ourselves with positivity. This might mean consciously choosing to engage with uplifting content, whether through books, podcasts, or discussions that inspire us. When we find ourselves in toxic environments, it's essential to establish boundaries and prioritize our emotional health. This could mean limiting time spent with negative individuals or avoiding discussions that drain our energy. Instead, seek out relationships that encourage growth, support, and kindness. Engaging with people who share similar values can help cultivate a community that uplifts rather than diminishes. The practice of mindfulness is another powerful tool for cultivating right thought. By becoming aware of our thought patterns, we can better understand when negativity creeps in and consciously redirect our focus. Mindfulness encourages us to observe our thoughts without judgment, allowing us to create space between stimulus and response. This enables us to choose how we react to situations rather than being governed by our automatic, often negative, reactions. To incorporate mindfulness into our daily lives, we can start with simple exercises. For example, dedicating a few minutes each day to focus on our breath can center our minds and ground us in the present moment. This practice not only helps calm our racing thoughts but also enhances our awareness of how we interact with the world around us. As we cultivate mindfulness, we develop the ability to identify negative thought patterns more readily, allowing us to replace them with constructive and compassionate thoughts. Another significant aspect of right thought is its connection to emotional regulation. Many individuals today struggle with overwhelming feelings, whether it's anxiety, depression, or anger. Practicing right thought helps us recognize that we have the power to influence our emotional responses. Instead of succumbing to negative emotions, we can consciously choose to shift our focus toward understanding and acceptance. For instance, if we find ourselves feeling anxious about an upcoming event, we can practice reframing our thoughts. Instead of allowing fear to dominate our mindset, we can remind ourselves of our strengths, past successes, and the support we have. This shift not only alleviates anxiety but also empowers us to approach challenges with a sense of confidence and clarity. In our journey toward cultivating right thought, we must also recognize the impact of our external environment on our internal state. The noise of the world can significantly influence our thoughts, leading us away from peace and toward chaos. Creating a nurturing environment can support our practice of right thought. This could involve decluttering our living spaces, curating uplifting visuals and reminders, or even establishing designated areas for reflection and meditation. Engaging with nature can also have profound effects on our mental state. Time spent outdoors, whether through walks in the park, hiking in the woods, or simply sitting in a garden, can help us reconnect with our essential selves. Nature provides a natural antidote to the chaos of modern life, reminding us of the beauty and simplicity that exists beyond our worries. As we cultivate right thoughts, it's essential to remember that this is an ongoing journey rather than a destination. Just as physical fitness requires consistent practice, so too does mental fitness. Each day presents new challenges and opportunities to refine our thinking. Embracing this idea can foster resilience, encouraging us to view setbacks as part of the process rather than obstacles. Another vital aspect of right thought is understanding the role of compassion, both for ourselves and others. In a culture that often emphasizes perfection and achievement, many individuals are critical of themselves, leading to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. Right thought encourages us to practice self-compassion, treating ourselves with the same kindness we would extend to a friend facing difficulties. Self-compassion can be cultivated through various practices, such as positive affirmations, journaling, or engaging in self-care routines. By acknowledging our struggles and imperfections without judgment, we create an internal environment that promotes healing and growth. This, in turn, empowers us to be more compassionate toward others, fostering deeper connections and understanding in our relationships. Moreover, right thought encourages us to develop a growth mindset. Embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than threats to our self-worth, shifts our approach to life. This perspective allows us to view failures and setbacks as essential parts of our journey, fostering resilience and a greater sense of purpose. In our fast-paced society, the pursuit of happiness often becomes synonymous with external achievements, success, wealth, recognition. However, the Buddha teaches us that true happiness arises from within, cultivated through right thought and awareness of the essential. By focusing on the present moment and acknowledging our intrinsic value beyond societal expectations, we can forge a path toward genuine fulfillment. Practicing mindfulness and right thought helps us to detach from the pressures of the outside world and reconnect with our inner selves. We begin to appreciate the simple joys, like the warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of a friend, or the comfort of a quiet moment alone. By grounding ourselves in the essential aspects of life, we cultivate a sense of joy and gratitude that transcends the fluctuations of external circumstances. As we develop the habit of dwelling in right thoughts, we become more equipped to cope with life's challenges. Difficult situations may still arise, but our ability to respond with clarity and compassion increases. This not only enhances our own well-being but also ripples out to affect those around us positively. In a world that often prioritizes speed and achievement, taking the time to pause, reflect, and cultivate right thoughts can be revolutionary. By creating space for mindfulness and intentionality in our lives, we can foster a culture of compassion, understanding, and resilience. Embracing right thought allows us to create a life aligned with our values, grounded in purpose, and enriched by meaningful connections. As we navigate the complexities of modern existence, we can cultivate happiness and fulfillment, regardless of external circumstances. Through the practice of right thought, we unlock the potential to lead a life characterized by peace, clarity, and profound joy. Focusing on the essential doesn't just bring clarity, it also brings peace. In a world characterized by relentless distractions, where information bombards us from every direction, many individuals find themselves grappling with anxiety, stress, and an overall sense of dissatisfaction. The culture of overwork and constant striving can leave people feeling drained and unfulfilled, making it crucial to understand how living with intention and awareness can mitigate these feelings and lead to a more meaningful life. Living in today's society means navigating a multitude of challenges. The pressures to succeed, to keep up with social expectations, and to constantly be productive can weigh heavily on our minds. Many people find themselves caught in a cycle of endless striving, chasing after goals that often feel out of reach or insubstantial. Amid this chaos, the essential, defined as deeper values like inner peace, compassion, and wisdom, serves as a beacon, guiding us toward a more fulfilling existence. Understanding that true fulfillment comes from focusing on the essential can be liberating. It shifts our perspective from external validation and material pursuits to internal contentment and genuine connections. This shift is not merely theoretical, it has practical implications for our mental health and overall well-being. To truly grasp the importance of focusing on the essential, consider how distractions and societal pressures often divert our attention from what truly matters. Social media, for instance, has revolutionized communication but has also introduced a new layer of stress and anxiety. The constant comparison to others, whether regarding lifestyle, appearance, or achievements, can create a pervasive sense of inadequacy. This comparison often leads individuals to chase after what they perceive to be the essential based on societal norms, rather than their personal values. By intentionally directing our focus toward the essential, we can reclaim our sense of self-worth and authenticity. This involves actively resisting the pull of societal expectations and instead prioritizing what resonates deeply within us. For instance, instead of measuring success by external metrics such as income or social media followers, we can choose to define it through personal growth, meaningful relationships, and contributions to our communities. Moreover, the practice of gratitude can significantly enhance our ability to recognize and appreciate the essential in our lives. By cultivating a mindset of gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we already have. This shift allows us to see the beauty in everyday moments, fostering a sense of peace and contentment. For example, taking a few moments each day to reflect on the things we are grateful for, whether it be supportive friendships, a fulfilling job, or simply a moment of quiet solitude, can help us reframe our perspective and cultivate a deeper appreciation for the essential aspects of our lives. In practical terms, recognizing and prioritizing the essential can lead to healthier choices and behaviors. For instance, consider how we allocate our time. Many individuals feel overwhelmed by an endless to-do list that often prioritizes the unessential, meetings, emails, and social obligations that do not contribute to their well-being or personal growth. By reassessing how we spend our time, we can carve out moments for activities that nourish our minds and souls, such as reading, meditating, or engaging in hobbies that bring us joy. Establishing boundaries is another crucial aspect of focusing on the essential. In today's culture of constant connectivity, it can be challenging to disconnect and prioritize self-care. However, learning to say no to unessential commitments allows us to protect our time and energy for what truly matters. Setting aside time for reflection, relaxation, and self-care is not just a luxury, it is a necessity for maintaining mental and emotional well-being. Building supportive relationships is also integral to fostering a life centered around the essential. In a society that often prioritizes superficial connections, seeking out meaningful relationships with family, friends, and community members can provide us with the support we need to navigate life's challenges. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who share our values and encourage our growth fosters a sense of belonging and connection that is essential for our happiness. To further emphasize the importance of focusing on the essential, let's explore how doing so can directly impact our mental health. Research consistently shows that prioritizing meaningful activities, such as spending time with loved ones, pursuing passions, and engaging in acts of kindness, leads to improved well-being and reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression. By consciously choosing to engage in activities that align with our values, we can create a positive feedback loop that reinforces our sense of purpose and fulfillment. Mindfulness is a powerful tool that can help us stay anchored in the present moment, allowing us to discern the essential from the unessential. By cultivating mindfulness through practices such as meditation or mindful breathing, we can develop a greater awareness of our thoughts and emotions. This awareness enables us to recognize when we are getting caught up in the unessential and allows us to gently redirect our focus back to what truly matters. Additionally, incorporating mindful practices into our daily routines can help us manage stress and anxiety. For instance, taking a few moments each morning to set an intention for the day can provide clarity and focus. This could involve asking ourselves what truly matters for that day and how we can align our actions with those priorities. By consciously setting our intentions, we create a roadmap that guides our choices and actions throughout the day, helping us to stay connected to the essential. In today's fast-paced world, it is easy to become overwhelmed by the constant influx of information and demands on our time. However, recognizing the essential helps us filter out the noise and concentrate on what truly matters. Embracing the idea that we cannot do everything and that it is okay to prioritize our mental health can be transformative. By focusing on what brings us joy and fulfillment, we can create a life that is both meaningful and sustainable. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, it is essential to acknowledge that focusing on the essential is not a one-time task but a continual practice. Life is dynamic, and our priorities may shift over time. Regularly checking in with ourselves, reflecting on our values, and reassessing our commitments ensures that we remain aligned with the essential. To illustrate the impact of focusing on the essential, consider the story of Sarah, a marketing professional who found herself increasingly dissatisfied with her career. Despite achieving several accolades and promotions, she felt unfulfilled and disconnected from her purpose. Upon reflecting on her life, Sarah realized she had been prioritizing external validation and societal expectations over her passions and values. Determined to change, Sarah began the practice of journaling, dedicating time each week to reflect on what brought her joy and fulfillment. Through this process, she identified her love for creativity and storytelling. She decided to pivot her career towards a role that allowed her to express her creativity while also serving her community. As she aligned her professional life with her personal values, Sarah experienced a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. Sarah's journey exemplifies the transformative power of focusing on the essential. By tuning out the noise and aligning her actions with her true self, she found clarity and happiness that had previously eluded her. It is important to recognize that the journey toward focusing on the essential will not be without challenges. Life is filled with distractions and temptations that can easily lead us back into old habits. However, by cultivating resilience and remaining committed to our values, we can navigate these challenges with grace and determination. Ultimately, embracing the essential in our lives is an ongoing process of self-discovery and growth. It requires courage to examine our lives honestly, make necessary changes, and prioritize what truly matters. Yet, as we begin to align our lives with the essential, we discover a deeper sense of purpose, connection, and inner peace. In today's society, where distraction and dissatisfaction are prevalent, the Buddhist teaching serves as a powerful reminder that true fulfillment lies within. By focusing on the essential, nurturing relationships, engaging in meaningful activities, and cultivating mindfulness, we can navigate life's challenges with greater clarity and resilience. Through these practices, we can break free from the cycle of endless striving and embrace a life that is not only happier but also richer in meaning. It is within our power to create a life that reflects our values, fosters our well-being, and ultimately leads us to the peace and fulfillment that we seek. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, the challenges of everyday life can often feel overwhelming. The incessant barrage of information, coupled with societal expectations and personal responsibilities, can lead to feelings of stress, anxiety, and a sense of inadequacy. As we navigate our lives, it's easy to become sidetracked by the multitude of distractions surrounding us. However, embracing the wisdom of focusing on what is essential can serve as a powerful antidote to the chaos, guiding us toward a happier and more meaningful existence. When we speak of living with intention, we are talking about a conscious decision to prioritize what truly matters. In a society that often glorifies busyness and superficial achievements, taking a step back to assess our values and actions becomes crucial. This requires a shift in mindset, recognizing that fulfillment and happiness do not come from external validation, material wealth, or the accumulation of possessions, but rather from within. In practice, living with intention involves a deliberate approach to our daily choices. It begins by reflecting on our core values, what we hold dear and what brings us joy. Are we investing time in relationships that nourish our spirits? Are we pursuing work that aligns with our passions and contributes to the greater good? By identifying these essentials, we can redirect our energy toward activities and connections that enrich our lives. One practical way to cultivate intention is to establish daily rituals that ground us in our values. This could be as simple as starting the day with a moment of mindfulness or gratitude. Taking a few minutes each morning to reflect on what we are grateful for can set a positive tone for the day ahead. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have, fostering a sense of abundance and contentment. Another effective strategy is to practice mindfulness in our daily interactions. Mindfulness encourages us to be fully present in the moment, free from the distractions of our busy minds. When engaging in conversations, for example, we can consciously listen without formulating our responses while the other person is speaking. This not only enhances our relationships but also allows us to connect on a deeper level, fostering a sense of community and belonging. As we cultivate this mindfulness, we can also become more aware of the societal pressures that encourage us to chase the unessential. Social media platforms often perpetuate unrealistic standards of success and happiness, leading us to compare ourselves to others. By recognizing the impact of these influences, we can consciously choose to limit our exposure to them. Setting boundaries around social media use or curating our feeds to include uplifting and inspiring content can help mitigate feelings of inadequacy. In addition to being mindful of external influences, it is equally important to develop a compassionate relationship with ourselves. Many people struggle with self-criticism and negative self-talk, which can be detrimental to our mental well-being. Instead of harshly judging ourselves for perceived shortcomings, we can practice self-compassion. This involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend. Acknowledging our imperfections and embracing our humanity can help us cultivate a more positive self-image and foster resilience in the face of challenges. Living with intention also calls for the cultivation of healthy habits that promote well-being. This includes paying attention to our physical, emotional, and mental health. In a culture that often glorifies hustle and productivity, it's essential to prioritize self-care. This could mean incorporating regular exercise, nutritious meals, and adequate sleep into our routines. Taking time for ourselves, whether through hobbies, nature walks, or simply resting, allows us to recharge and reconnect with our inner selves. Another vital aspect of intentional living is fostering meaningful relationships. In a world that often feels fragmented, nurturing connections with family, friends, and community can provide a sense of belonging and support. This involves being present with those we care about, actively engaging in conversations, and creating shared experiences that deepen our bonds. By prioritizing relationships, we can create a network of support that uplifts us during difficult times. Moreover, Giving back to our communities can bring profound fulfillment. Engaging in acts of kindness, whether through volunteer work or simply helping a neighbor, reinforces our sense of purpose and connection to others. It serves as a reminder that we are part of something larger than ourselves, which can be incredibly grounding in a world that often feels isolating. To truly embrace the essence of intentional living, it's important to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Practicing gratitude allows us to focus on the positives in our lives, even amidst challenges. Keeping a gratitude journal, where we regularly write down things we are thankful for, can help shift our perspective and foster a sense of appreciation for the present moment. This simple yet powerful practice encourages us to notice the beauty and abundance in our lives, no matter how small. In addition to these practices, it is essential to approach our goals and aspirations with a sense of purpose. While ambition is often celebrated in today's culture, it's important to differentiate between goals that align with our values and those that are driven by external pressures. By setting intentions that resonate with our authentic selves, we can pursue aspirations that bring us joy and fulfillment rather than merely striving for societal approval. The path to intentional living is not always straightforward, and it may involve moments of doubt or confusion. However, embracing the journey itself can be an enriching experience. Acknowledging that setbacks are a natural part of life allows us to approach challenges with resilience and an open heart. By staying attuned to our inner compass and regularly reassessing our values and priorities, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with grace and clarity. As we delve deeper into this journey, it's crucial to remember that intentional living is a continuous process. It requires commitment, self-reflection, and a willingness to adapt as we grow and evolve. By fostering a mindset that values the essential over the unessential, we open ourselves to a life filled with joy, purpose, and meaning. In practical terms, living with intention can manifest in various ways. For instance, consider how we spend our leisure time. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through our devices or binge-watching shows, we can choose activities that enrich our lives. This might involve exploring new hobbies, engaging in creative pursuits, or spending quality time with loved ones. By consciously selecting how we spend our time, we can cultivate a life that aligns with our values. Additionally, we can evaluate our work-life balance. In a culture that often glorifies overwork, it's vital to recognize the importance of downtime. Setting boundaries around work hours and making time for relaxation and self-care can enhance our overall well-being. This intentional approach allows us to recharge and maintain a sense of purpose in our professional endeavors. Ultimately, the journey toward intentional living is about finding harmony between our internal values and external actions. By prioritizing what is essential, our relationships, well-being, and personal growth, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with clarity and purpose. As we embrace this wisdom, we find that happiness is not a destination but a state of being rooted in the present moment. Living intentionally invites us to simplify our lives, letting go of the unessential to make room for what truly matters. It empowers us to cultivate a sense of agency over our thoughts, actions, and choices. In a world that often feels chaotic, embracing the essential allows us to create a life of peace and fulfillment, grounded in the richness of our experiences and relationships. Through this journey, we not only find our own path to happiness but also inspire others to embark on their journeys toward a more meaningful and intentional life. Focusing on the essential has immediate, tangible benefits in everyday life. In a culture increasingly defined by rapid change, constant connectivity, and a barrage of choices, understanding and prioritizing what truly matters is crucial for personal well-being and fulfillment. In today's world, distractions are plentiful, and the pressure to conform to societal expectations can be overwhelming. Many individuals find themselves caught in cycles of perpetual busyness, chasing after achievements, accolades, and material possessions that society promotes as markers of success. However, the relentless pursuit of the unessential often leads to a profound sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction. Recognizing what is truly essential is not merely an abstract concept. It can significantly enhance mental health, strengthen relationships, and foster a deeper sense of purpose. The practice of focusing on the essential allows us to cut through the noise of daily life, providing clarity in a landscape often clouded by distractions. This clarity empowers us to make choices that align with our core values, ultimately leading to a more balanced and harmonious existence. In practical terms, prioritizing the essential can lead to immediate improvements in emotional well-being. Many people today struggle with anxiety and stress, fueled by constant notifications from their devices, an overload of information, and an endless cycle of comparison on social media. Research has shown that reducing exposure to these distractions can have a positive impact on mental health. When we deliberately choose to engage with only what truly matters, be it our relationships, personal passions, or self-care, we can cultivate a greater sense of peace. Consider a simple yet effective strategy: setting boundaries around technology. In our hyper-connected world, it's easy to feel like we must always be available or constantly engaged. However, by designating specific times to check emails or social media, we can reclaim our time and mental space. This practice allows us to engage more deeply in activities that foster joy and fulfillment, such as spending quality time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies, or simply enjoying moments of solitude. Furthermore, the act of simplifying our lives, be it through decluttering our physical spaces or prioritizing meaningful relationships, can be immensely liberating. A cluttered environment can often lead to a cluttered mind, making it difficult to focus on what's essential. By taking the time to eliminate unnecessary possessions and commitments, we create space for what truly matters. This not only helps in reducing stress but also encourages a more mindful approach to living. Engaging in meaningful activities that resonate with our values can profoundly enhance our sense of purpose. In a world that often equates success with external achievements, focusing on internal fulfillment can be transformative. This might involve volunteering, mentoring, or simply taking the time to listen to someone in need. Such acts foster connections and create a sense of belonging, which is essential for emotional well-being. Another powerful aspect of prioritizing the essential lies in the cultivation of gratitude. In our culture, it's easy to fall into the trap of constantly striving for more success, more recognition, more material wealth. However, practicing gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to appreciating what we already have. Keeping a gratitude journal, where we regularly jot down things we are thankful for, can significantly enhance our mood and outlook on life. This simple practice encourages us to recognize and celebrate the small joys that often go unnoticed amid life's busyness. The pursuit of authenticity is also critical in today's society. Many individuals feel pressure to conform to societal norms and expectations, which can lead to a disconnect from one's true self. Focusing on the essential allows us to reflect on our genuine desires and aspirations, rather than those imposed by others. Engaging in self-reflection, whether through journaling, meditation, or thoughtful conversations with trusted friends, can help us identify what is truly meaningful to us. Moreover, cultivating a growth mindset can be instrumental in navigating life's challenges. In a world that often emphasizes perfectionism and immediate results, embracing the notion that growth is a journey can lead to greater resilience. When we understand that setbacks and failures are integral to our learning process, we can approach challenges with curiosity rather than fear. This perspective encourages us to focus on the essential qualities of perseverance, adaptability, and self-compassion. Relationships are at the core of what it means to live a fulfilling life, and prioritizing the essential involves nurturing these connections. In our busy lives, it's easy to take loved ones for granted or let relationships fall by the wayside. However, investing time and energy into cultivating meaningful relationships can bring immense joy and support. Simple gestures, such as scheduling regular catch-ups with friends or family, or practicing active listening during conversations, can strengthen bonds and foster a deeper sense of connection. Mindfulness plays a significant role in the journey toward recognizing and prioritizing the essential. Engaging in mindfulness practices, such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply taking a moment to pause and appreciate our surroundings, can enhance our ability to discern what truly matters. By grounding ourselves in the present moment, we cultivate awareness of our thoughts and feelings, enabling us to make conscious choices rather than reacting impulsively to external stimuli. This heightened awareness allows us to navigate challenges with clarity and grace. Incorporating mindfulness into daily routines can be simple yet impactful. For instance, starting the day with a few moments of quiet reflection or gratitude can set a positive tone for the hours ahead. Additionally, practicing mindful eating, paying attention to the flavors, textures, and sensations of our food, can enhance our relationship with nourishment and promote overall well-being. Focusing on the essential also extends to our personal goals and aspirations. In a society that often equates busyness with success, it's vital to pause and reflect on our ambitions. Are we pursuing goals that align with our values, or are we chasing after accolades for external validation? Taking the time to clarify our objectives can help us prioritize those that bring genuine fulfillment. Setting achievable, meaningful goals, whether in our careers, relationships, or personal development, encourages us to channel our energy into pursuits that resonate with our true selves. Additionally, engaging with our communities can enrich our understanding of the essential. By participating in local initiatives, attending community events, or simply connecting with neighbors, we foster a sense of belonging and shared purpose. These connections remind us that we are part of a larger tapestry of human experience, and contributing to the well-being of others can bring immense joy and satisfaction. The impact of recognizing the essential can also be seen in our approach to self-care. In today's culture, self-care is often misunderstood as indulgence or luxury. However, true self-care involves prioritizing our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. This might include establishing healthy boundaries, ensuring we get adequate rest, and engaging in activities that rejuvenate our spirits. Recognizing what is essential in terms of self-care allows us to be more intentional in our choices. For example, setting aside time for regular exercise, pursuing hobbies that bring joy, or seeking professional support when needed are all ways to prioritize our well-being. By investing in ourselves, we are better equipped to navigate the demands of daily life and contribute positively to our relationships and communities. Ultimately, focusing on the essential fosters a profound sense of empowerment. When we actively choose to prioritize what truly matters, we reclaim agency over our lives. This sense of agency leads to greater satisfaction, as we become more aligned with our values and less swayed by external pressures. The practice of identifying and engaging with the essential creates a positive feedback loop. As we experience the benefits of prioritizing what matters, we are encouraged to continue on this path. The journey toward recognizing the essential is not linear, it requires ongoing reflection and adaptation. Life is dynamic, and our understanding of what is essential may evolve as we encounter new experiences and challenges. Embracing this fluidity is part of the journey. By remaining open to change and willing to reassess our priorities, we cultivate resilience and adaptability. Incorporating the principles of recognizing the essential into our lives can lead to profound transformations. As we learn to distinguish between the essential and unessential, we foster a greater sense of peace, clarity, and purpose. The ability to focus on what truly matters empowers us to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. This focus brings about immediate and long-lasting benefits, enhancing our overall well-being. As we cultivate a deeper connection to ourselves and our values, we create a fulfilling and meaningful life, rooted in the understanding that the essential lies within our grasp, waiting to be embraced. In our contemporary world, the pursuit of happiness and meaning often feels like a never-ending chase. With the rapid advancements in technology, the proliferation of social media, and the constant bombardment of information, it is increasingly easy to lose sight of what truly matters. People are more connected than ever yet often report feeling isolated and disconnected from their true selves. The pressures of modern life can lead to stress, anxiety, and a sense of emptiness, leaving many yearning for something deeper and more fulfilling. The teachings of the Buddha, especially those encapsulated in the Dhammapada, offer invaluable guidance in navigating these complexities. The Buddha emphasized the importance of discerning the essential from the unessential. In today's culture, this teaching is particularly relevant. Many of us find ourselves entangled in a web of distractions that can cloud our judgment and divert our attention from what brings genuine happiness and fulfillment. It's crucial to cultivate awareness of our thoughts and actions, as this awareness can lead to a more meaningful and peaceful life. The essence of the Buddha's teaching is rooted in the understanding that our thoughts shape our reality. In a world that often encourages superficiality, recognizing what is essential requires a commitment to self-reflection and mindfulness. Our modern lives are filled with external pressures to conform to societal norms and expectations, but true contentment comes from within. By prioritizing our internal landscape, we can start to discern what genuinely matters. The impact of modern distractions. Consider how our lives are shaped by constant connectivity. Social media platforms are designed to capture our attention, often leading us to compare our lives to the curated highlight reels of others. This comparison can generate feelings of inadequacy, jealousy, and dissatisfaction. When we focus on external validation and the pursuit of popularity or wealth, we often neglect the internal qualities that foster lasting happiness, like compassion, kindness, and authenticity. Furthermore, the culture of consumerism exacerbates this issue. We are bombarded with advertisements that promise happiness through material possessions. This relentless pursuit can create a cycle of craving, where each new acquisition quickly loses its luster, leaving us yearning for the next, big thing. In this context, recognizing the unessential becomes a vital skill. We must ask ourselves, what truly brings us joy? Is it the latest gadget, or is it the meaningful connections we forge with others? Is it the status we acquire, or is it the peace we cultivate within ourselves? The challenge lies in cultivating a mindset that prioritizes the essential. This requires deliberate effort to disengage from distractions and reconnect with our core values. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and self-reflection, can serve as powerful tools in this process. By taking the time to sit in silence, we can observe our thoughts without judgment. This practice allows us to identify patterns of thinking that may be rooted in the unessential, giving us the opportunity to replace them with thoughts that align with our values and aspirations. Embracing right thought. A significant aspect of cultivating a meaningful life is embracing right thought. Right thought involves nurturing a mindset characterized by compassion, understanding, and wisdom. In a society that often promotes competition and individualism, fostering an attitude of kindness and empathy can be transformative. When we approach our interactions with others from a place of compassion, we not only enhance our relationships but also contribute to a more harmonious world. In practice, embracing right thought means being mindful of our internal dialogue. The way we speak to ourselves can significantly impact our mental well-being. Negative self-talk, often fueled by societal standards and comparisons, can lead to feelings of worthlessness and despair. By consciously choosing to replace self-criticism with affirmations of self-worth and acceptance, we begin to cultivate a more positive and resilient mindset. For instance, instead of berating ourselves for perceived shortcomings, we can acknowledge our efforts and celebrate our progress. This shift in perspective encourages self-compassion, allowing us to embrace our imperfections as part of the human experience. When we cultivate right thought, we not only improve our relationship with ourselves but also create a ripple effect that positively influences our interactions with others. Prioritizing meaningful connections. At the core of a happy and meaningful life lies the quality of our relationships. In an age where digital interactions often replace face-to-face connections, it is essential to prioritize meaningful relationships that foster connection, trust, and support. Genuine connections with others provide a sense of belonging, which is fundamental to our well-being. To cultivate meaningful connections, we must be intentional about how we spend our time and energy. This means actively engaging with those who uplift and inspire us while minimizing interactions that drain our emotional resources. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who share our values and encourage our growth can significantly enhance our quality of life. Moreover, investing time in nurturing relationships requires us to be present. In a world filled with distractions, being present can be challenging, but it is vital. When we engage fully in conversations and activities with others, we create a deeper sense of connection. Simple practices, such as putting away our phones during meals or taking the time to listen actively to a friend, can strengthen our relationships and enhance our overall sense of fulfillment. The role of gratitude. Another essential aspect of recognizing what truly matters is the practice of gratitude. In a society that often emphasizes what we lack, cultivating gratitude can shift our focus from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude invites us to recognize the blessings in our lives, no matter how small they may seem. This practice fosters a mindset of contentment, helping us appreciate the present moment rather than constantly striving for more. Incorporating gratitude into our daily routine can take many forms. Some individuals find it helpful to keep a gratitude journal, where they record 3 things they are grateful for each day. Others may choose to express gratitude verbally, sharing their appreciation with friends and loved ones. Regardless of the method, the act of acknowledging and celebrating the positives in our lives can create a profound shift in our overall outlook. Research has shown that practicing gratitude is associated with increased levels of happiness and decreased feelings of depression and anxiety. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we cultivate a more positive perspective, allowing us to appreciate the richness of our lives. Simplifying life. In the pursuit of happiness, simplicity can be a powerful ally. The complexities of modern life can overwhelm us, leading to feelings of confusion and stress. By simplifying our lives, we create space for the essential. This means decluttering our physical environments, as well as our mental and emotional landscapes. Decluttering our physical spaces allows us to eliminate distractions and create a more peaceful atmosphere. When we surround ourselves with things that hold meaning and value, we enhance our overall sense of well-being. This process extends beyond our physical possessions. It also encompasses our mental and emotional clutter. Letting go of toxic relationships, outdated beliefs, and negative thought patterns can create a sense of liberation and clarity. Embracing simplicity also involves prioritizing our commitments. In a culture that often glorifies busyness, it is essential to recognize that our time is a finite resource. By learning to say no to unessential obligations, we can devote more energy to what truly matters. This could mean dedicating time to our passions, spending quality time with loved ones, or engaging in activities that nurture our well-being. Mindfulness is a practice. Integrating mindfulness into our daily lives can greatly enhance our ability to discern the essential from the unessential. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we can develop greater awareness of our habits and tendencies, enabling us to make more conscious choices. Mindfulness can take many forms, including meditation, mindful walking, or simply taking a few moments throughout the day to breathe and center ourselves. These practices help us cultivate a sense of calm, allowing us to navigate the challenges of daily life with greater ease and clarity. In our fast-paced world, taking a few minutes to practice mindfulness can make a significant difference. It helps us ground ourselves, reduces stress, and enhances our ability to respond to challenges with equanimity. As we become more aware of our thoughts and feelings, we can identify those that are rooted in the unessential and replace them with those aligned with our values and aspirations. The power of intention. Living with intention is about making conscious choices that align with our values and goals. In a society that often encourages mindless consumption and reactive living, setting intentions allows us to take control of our lives and steer them in a direction that resonates with our true selves. When we live intentionally, we cultivate a sense of purpose that guides our actions and decisions. Setting intentions can begin with simple practices, such as reflecting on our values and aspirations. What do we genuinely want to achieve in our lives? How do we want to contribute to the world around us? By clarifying our intentions, we can create a roadmap for our lives that aligns with our deepest desires. It is important to remember that living with intention is not about rigidly adhering to a predetermined path. Life is dynamic, and our intentions may evolve as we grow and change. Being flexible and open to new experiences while staying true to our core values allows us to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Finding balance. In the quest for the essential, balance is paramount. Our lives are multifaceted, encompassing various roles and responsibilities. Striking a balance between work, relationships, self-care, and personal growth is crucial for maintaining overall well-being. In a culture that often glorifies overworking and busyness, prioritizing balance allows us to nourish all aspects of our lives. Finding balance requires self-awareness and a willingness to assess how we allocate our time and energy. Are we dedicating too much time to our careers at the expense of our relationships? Are we neglecting self-care in pursuit of external achievements? By regularly evaluating our priorities, we can make adjustments that lead to a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Moreover, finding balance involves recognizing that it is okay to ask for help. In a society that often promotes self-sufficiency, many individuals struggle with the belief that they must do everything on their own. Seeking support from friends, family, or professionals can provide valuable perspective and assistance in navigating life's challenges. The journey towards a meaningful life. Ultimately, the journey toward recognizing the essential and living a meaningful life is ongoing. It requires commitment, self-reflection, and a willingness to embrace change. While the distractions of modern life may seem overwhelming at times, the teachings of the Buddha remind us that we have the power to shape our experiences. As we cultivate awareness of our thoughts and actions, prioritize meaningful connections, practice gratitude, and simplify our lives, we move closer to the essential. It is through this intentional focus that we can navigate the complexities of modern existence with clarity and purpose. Each day presents an opportunity to realign with what truly matters. By choosing to invest our time and energy in the essential, we create a life filled with peace, joy, and fulfillment. The teachings of the Buddha serve as a guiding light, illuminating the path toward a happier and more meaningful existence. In this journey, it is essential to remember that we are not alone. Many individuals share similar struggles, and by connecting with one another, we can build a community that supports growth and understanding. Embracing the essential fosters a sense of connection not only within ourselves but also with those around us. In conclusion, the wisdom of the Buddha offers timeless insights that remain profoundly relevant in our modern lives. By recognizing the essential, cultivating right thoughts, and living intentionally, we can navigate the complexities of today's world with grace and purpose. Ultimately, the pursuit of happiness and meaning lies within our reach, waiting for us to awaken to the essential truths that enrich our lives and bring us lasting fulfillment. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's reading and found it inspiring. We look forward to seeing you next time as we continue our journey through the teachings of the Buddha. Your presence means a lot to us, and we can't wait to share more wisdom with you. Until then, take care and stay mindful.